let's get into estate tax for a second. So estate tax, scratch the word from your mind about grantor or non-grantor. The word that my teammate here used, completed gift. So it's either a completed or an incomplete gift. So grantor, non-grantor, completed, incomplete gift. So describe for me, if you would, the completed versus incomplete gift.
Control.
Okay.
I mean, it really goes back to control. If I give you a gift, a true gift with no strings attached, that's a completed gift.
Okay.
That's what we expect of Santa Claus, right?
Okay, that's a good point.
And so if I give that completed gift, we give a brokerage account, right, to a trust, and we have released all of our control over that. We can't pull it back out, right? We can't manipulate it however we want and do anything that we would do if we were an owner of it. We have given it away to a trust that now exists on its own. We have completed a gift. Therefore, the IRS cannot consider it ours.
Okay, so a completed gift, because the IRS can't consider it ours, is out of my estate.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, so think of it as a new taxpayer, if it's a completed gift. It's out of your estate, and whatever blossoming occurs, if I gave something a private equity or a publicly traded brokerage account or a piece of real estate, and it became worth 10 times, 20 times, 50 times more a year or 5 years or 10 years down the line, none of that was in my estate.
That's
correct?
right.
Wow. Okay. So you can see why wealthy families who have enough resources to live out their life may want those blossomings to occur outside of their estate. So if that's a completed gift, an incomplete gift, therefore, is something that didn't get out of my estate. Is that a fair way to look at that?
That's right.
Okay. And so the argument that I heard here used about completed or incomplete gift, the only reason not to have a completed gift for families that have enough resources is, oh my goodness, you don't get the step up in basis. Okay, so let's dissect that one for a moment. So I describe that to families as it's true. If you die and you live in a community property state, there is a step up in basis that gets to occur. So if Ann and I are married and I die and we have a very low basis asset, when I'm dead, it's the income tax basis, the capital gains tax gets eliminated because the asset gets stepped up. Then when she sells it, or the heirs end up selling it when she and I are both dead, then the heirs get to eliminate that capital gain.
That's right.
That's the biggest benefit to keeping it in your estate and having it be an incomplete gift. Because when it goes out into that trust and it's a completed gift, the cool thing is when it blossoms, it's not in your estate, but when I'm dead, the trust didn't die,
right,
and therefore there is no step up, right? Is that a fair way to describe that?
It is, and I think it's one of the main points that we boil it down to is the step up in basis between the completed and incomplete gift. There's other reasons people like to have control over assets, but from the income or the estate tax issue, that's the driver. Does it really matter that we've lost the step up in basis?
Okay. All right. And the way I've seen crafty lawyers that I am super impressed with draft cool features into these completed trusts is with a substitution of assets provision.
Right.
So spend 30 seconds and describe what is a substitute of assets provision.
If you're living in both worlds, you have an irrevocable trust with an incomplete gift in it. Let's say it's 5, 10, 15 years down the road, and you have retained the power to peer into that trust and see what is there, and then to look at your life situation. And if your life situation says, it would be better to have that asset in the trust and that asset out of the trust, or to do something where you're smarter about what the step up in basis should be upon one of your passing. You can reserve the right to exchange assets, or let's just say trade assets, there's different ways to do it, between the two trusts, so that you don't lose the step up in basis. You pull an asset out of the irrevocable trust that has a basis issue, and you enjoy that, so to speak, upon someone's passing, right? You could preserve that by having a substitution of power. But remember, in doing that, you have elected to hold just enough control over that trust that it is not a completed gift.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah, okay.
Right.
That's very helpful.